Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to a chilly Sandy Park. We're under the lights here on a Wednesday night for a match between the Exeter Chiefs and the Stockman rugby side, a touring side from Australia. Fantastic to have them here at Sandy Park. Big welcome to everyone watching along from Australia if you've tuned in. Before we get going, I'm just going to run through the team sheets here today. A lot of fresh faces on the Exeter Chiefs side in the back line. It's probably the most experienced player in that back line. Starts at 9 today, Tom Cairns. Only a young man, but obviously a lot of experience for the first team here for the Chiefs. He's joined at half-back by Iwan Jenkins, back from loan down with the Cornish Pirates at the moment. In the centres, another Pirate, Charlie McCaig, is joined by Jacob Shortland. On the wings, Rocky Prowse and Tom Burton. And at full-back, Louis Sinclair. Up front, Max Norrie captains from hooker. It's Bryce Stockton and Quenzo Blos at props. In the second row, Owen O'Connor is joined by Alfie Bell. O'Connor, another of those players down on loan at Pirates at the moment. And the back row, Sol Moody at 6, Robin Edbrook at 8. And returning from an injury, it's good to see Lewis Pearson's name back on the team sheet. Replacements, Billy Keast, another of the Pirates contingent, is joined by Albert Dowes and new signing Ethan Berger. Charlie Bell, brother of Alfie, and Finn Worley-Brady, both playing for the university at the moment. And the back replacements, Sam Maunder, Rhys Williams and Lance Kruger. So, as the crowd comes in here at Sandy Park, it looks like a pretty good turnout for a Wednesday night. Almost a few thousand here in the West Grandstand, good to see. Counting down to kick-off. Chiefs have had a difficult start to the 23-24 season, no doubt about that. But a few players here coming back from injury, a few players looking to find some form, and a lot of young names who will be looking to make an impression on the Sandy Park pitch. We've got all the coaches here. Today's coaching staff is primarily being led by Ricky Pello and Ross McMillan. They've been leading the sessions this week with this team, but all the coaches are here to watch along. And it promises to be a fantastic evening of rugby. We're counting down to kick off here at Sandy Park. I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Erin McMurtry. Erin, you're wrapped up nice and warm. You got your beanie on, you got your puffer jacket. Australia Stockman are just taking the field. Must be excited for a night of rugby under the lights.
We love some midweek rugby. Under the lights is always a place that I feel at home. We both come from Welsh and Scottish rugby. It is very rare that you have sunshine when you are watching a game, so this is good for us.
I've never seen you look more comfortable in a hat and wrapped up in a jacket. This looks like the way you're used to watching rugby.
All available in our Chiefs shop, of course.
Good plug, good plug. As the drums play, exciting to see Max Norrie lead out the Exeter Chiefs side. Just looking down this team sheet then, Erin, some exciting names to see back. The first one that jumps out is probably Lewis Pearson in the number 7 shirt. Lou picked up a little niggle just before the season started. How good to see him back out there.
Really good. I mean, he was instrumental last year. It was a case of if Daffyd Jenkins was not there, Lewis Pearson was calling that line out for Chiefs. It will be really interesting to see how he goes tonight. He was obviously completely disheartened to miss out on the start of the season, but he's worked incredibly hard in that rehab gym to make sure that he's ready to go now.
Our referee this evening is Dan Jones, and he blows his whistle. Iwan Jenkins gets us underway. And it's a good take by number 12, Riley Turner, for Stockman. He's well met, though, by this Chiefs defensive line. Be an interesting evening for the Chiefs. A lot of players who will not have played much rugby together. Let's see how they get along. Long kick downfield. Iwan Jenkins waiting in the backfield to collect it. And he is off and running. Puts the ball, little grubber kick through. It's an awkward bounce. Lachlan Robinson back there for Stockman. Oh, he's juggled it. And Chiefs are in for an early try. Tom Burton getting the touchdown. It was a horrible bounce for Lachlan Robinson, the Stockman winger. Not a lot he could do about it, is the reality. But good opportunism by Tom Burton. Good pickup by the winger at full speed. And it's Chiefs with the opening points of the evening in less than a minute here at Sandy Park. And that'll be a good one to settle the nerves. We know for a team that doesn't play together that often, a lot of these players are off on loan or based at other clubs. So a good early settler for the home side to get some early points on the board as Ewan Jenkins lines up the conversion in front of the West Grandstand. It's a pretty still evening here in Exeter. A bit chilly, but not much wind to speak of, so good conditions for kicking, but it's a tough opener for Jenkins right on the 5 metre line. Lovely strike by the Welsh 10. And Exeter Chiefs take an early lead, 7 points to 0, as we prepare for another restart.
I think it should be said that possibly Ewan Jenkins is one of the ones to watch out for as well. Boys like him, Owen O'Connor, Saul Moody, Billy Keys, they've all been on loan down at Cornish Pirates, getting vital game time in a competitive championship league.
You're absolutely right. Can you tell that Erin used to work for Doncaster in the championship? She is one of the most pro-champ people I've ever met.
Got to plug it anywhere you can. That's where so many of these Chiefs boys came from. It's where the club itself came from.
You're absolutely right. Good box kick there from Tom Kens, and Tom Burton is onto it again. Looked to get a quick infield offload, but didn't quite go to hand before he was sent out into touch. But good early kick there from Tom Kens, and a tough one to take. Lachlan Robinson's having a bit of a tough time here on this near side. Good pressure, though, from Tom Burton. He's looked lively in these opening exchanges as we prepare for our first set piece of the afternoon. Lafatelli to throw in for Stockman. He goes over the top. It's a nice throw and well taken on the fly by Riley Turner. Good carry by the inside centre as Stockman start to work into their phases. Carry forward by Marcus Christensen. They come back to this short side. Well met, though, by Quenzo Blows and Lewis Pearson. Good tackle by the Chiefs forwards. Alfie Bell shooting out the line. Tom Kens diving to make the intercept, but just knocks it on in the process. And Stockman retain possession. Another good tackle. Max Norrie, the Chiefs captain, looks like he's struggling. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Stockman continuing to work through the phases, coming back down this short side, but good tackle again by Alfie Bell. Tom Kens competing hard over the ball and winning the penalty. He's a diminutive figure, Tom Kens, but he is surprisingly strong. And when he's latched over the ball in that fashion, he's like a limpet. Impossible to move. Really tough call. Hopefully nothing too serious here for Chiefs hooker Max Norrie. He's working his way back from an injury as it is. They're looking at his left ankle. Let's hope there's nothing too serious in that. He was competing hard over the ball. It was a big clear out that moved him in the end, and hopefully nothing too serious as Ewan Jenkins kicks to touch. It's these areas, the set-piece areas, that are often an area of challenge when a team hasn't played together too often. So having someone like Max Norrie in the pack is really important, just to tie everything together, make sure everyone knows their job, make sure the calls are in place. He's up on his feet. They've strapped up that ankle, so hopefully nothing too serious.
Norrie's no stranger to big games, so he'll be wanting to prove himself in this. After all, it was against Toulon last year he scored a try on his European debut, so he'll want to put everything into this to get his way back into that first team. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Good to see Max back on the field as he prepares to take the throw into this line out. Alfie Bell takes it, and Chiefs look to drive straight away on Norrie's back down. Looks like he's not going to take too much longer in this game. Chiefs, though, on the attack. Tom Kens finds Blows in the midfield in the shadow of those posts, 5 metres away from the Stockman line. Kens out to Jenkins. Jenkins attacks the line himself. He's over, but has he managed to get the ball down? Referee Dan Jones blows his whistle. But we're coming back for what I'm assuming is an earlier offence there. So referee's got his arm out. Tricky to see right now what that's for. And indeed, we are going to have our first replacement of the day. Really sad this for Max Norrie. Coming onto the field, number 19, Charlie Bell, which means there's a little bit of a reshuffle in the Chiefs pack. Saul Moody will go to hooker. And Charlie Bell will slot into that back row, but desperately disappointing that for Max, but that's the nature of this sport, unfortunately. Challenge now then for Saul Moody. He has his first line-out throw of the afternoon. Good take by Owen O'Connor, and Chiefs look to get that drive going. They're over the line. Have they got the ball down? Yes, they have. Referee Dan Jones blows his whistle. Good, efficient line-out drive there by the Exeter Chiefs. Just looking to see who's come up with the ball. It looks like Charlie Bell, who's fresh onto the field. He's got the second try of the evening. Good, efficient play there by the Chiefs pack. Nothing flashy. Good take in the line out. Good throw by Saul Moody. He'll have been under some pressure there. And a nice, tidy line out drive to get the score. Iwan Jenkins then lining up for his second conversion. Similar spot to the first, which was a lovely strike. Let's see if he can get the extra points with his second kick of the evening. Another lovely conversion by Jenkins, and Chiefs extend their lead 14 points to 0. As Stockman Rugby look to get us going once again. Haven't really been able to get themselves into this game so far. Let's see how they get along from this latest kickoff. Taken in by Burton. Good footwork gets him away from the first defender. As Cairns comes into scrum half. Fired away to Bryce Stockton. Good carry by the tight head as Chiefs set up for another box kick. Burton chased the first one well. See if he can get underneath this second. That one looks like he sliced it a little bit though. Tom Cairns come off the outside of his boot. Hand of apology from the scrum half. And Stockman will have their best attacking opportunity of the evening. Their hooker, Far Lafatelli, is a big fella. Crikey. Looks like he enjoys a Tim Tam or two. In it comes down the back. It's a tough ball, but well won by Stockman. Good throw by Lafatelli as they crash it up in midfield. Chiefs competing hard, but Stockman Rugby retain possession, carrying it into Lewis Pearson. Bold move. And the Chiefs back row told to release it by referee Dan Jones. Tackle was called, but a little knock on the floor by outside centre Alex Gibbon. And it'll be Exeter Chiefs who have the put into our first scrum of the evening. Good defensive play there by Lewis Pearson.
And you've got to say that is not a small pack by any means. This may be a friendly, but I mean, just look at the height of Alfie Bell. He looks like a house plant that just keeps on growing.
Yeah, the Bell brothers are not small, that's for sure. Interesting to see how this front row goes. New look front row for the Chiefs. Blos and now Saul Moody at hooker and Bryce Stockton locking things out at tight head. He has got Alfie Bell and Lewis Pearson behind him, so quite the espionage there, bringing up the rear. As Cairns prepares to put in. Big hit from the Chiefs pack. This Stockman front row, Cunningham, Lafatelli and Talbot, they've got their work cut out this evening.
And Cairns will be used to that first team pack at Chiefs. He'll know what he's dealing with here. He will not put that ball in if he does not think it is a good call to do. So he'll wait and he'll just let the referee judge things, see what's going on here.
Bum slaps all round from the second rows. and we pack down again. Dan Jones calling us through this set.
Interesting lineup in the backs as well, with Louis Sinclair directly behind Charlie McCaig.
That is a fantastic scrum by Stockman Rugby. All kinds of pressure. Tom Cairns has done very well to get it away. I think that you could probably call that as a little bit high. I think Dan Jones had a few penalties to choose from. Oh, Tom Cairns went for the quick tap. And it's gone forward in the process. Slightly chaotic 30 seconds of rugby there. Tom Cairns got slung off the side of the pitch. Big scrum by Stockman Rugby, though. Given we've just given the Chiefs the talk up at set piece, that was a fantastic scrum by the visitors. Oscar Cunningham at loosehead. Looks like he's got Bryce Stockton in all kinds of trouble. Again, decent shunt coming in from Stockman Rugby, and they win the penalty. Good set-piece work there from the visitors. Powerful-looking front row, and they are doing some damage at the moment. So they send the ball down, and this will be a good attacking opportunity. Kick coming downfield from fly half Nathan Thompson, just outside the Exeter Chiefs 22. As Lafayette prepares to throw in to another line-out. Scarf, the 9, gets it out into the midfield. Carried forward by Samuel Laffey, and good quick ball for Stockman Rugby. Well met, though, on the defensive line. Fantastic offload, though. Lovely out the back door there from Scarf. The 9 just couldn't quite go to hand. Well, that was better from the visitors. Nice interplay. Marcus Christensen, the big towering second row, managing to get the ball away. And then Scarf just trying to get on that half break. Couldn't quite link up with his outside man, but that was more promising from our visitors. And it will be Exeter Chiefs to put in to a scrum just on their own 22-metre line. Stacking up here on the right-hand side of the scrum. All the back line out on this right-hand side. No one on the blind side, so they'll be hoping they win the ball. Iwan Jenkins just set in behind the scrum there. Option to break left if he needs. But first, you've got to win the ball at set piece. Tom Cairns gets it in. Better scrum from Chiefs, much better scrum from Chiefs. They win the penalty from Dan Jones, and there's an opportunity to go here. McCaig in the midfield, gets it to Jenkins. Looked to go out the back door, couldn't quite go to hand. And Louis Sinclair, the full-back, picks it up. Cairns then, quick ball to Alfie Bell. Carrying hard, it's a good shot, though, coming in from Lafayette. Big hit from the hooker. Chip over the top from Jenkins, and there's a penalty there given against the Stockman Rugby. I think it was for a shoulder, preventing the Chiefs player going through, and there's another Chiefs man on the ground. Looks like Charlie Bell, who's down, who's not long onto the field. Let's hope that's nothing too serious for the replacement.
I think just going back to that scrum as well, it was a lovely strike from Saul Moody at hooker at that scrum. So just really trying to bed into the game now. I mean, he started the game on the flank, and all of a sudden 6 minutes in, he's back at his normal berth of hooker. So fair play to him there.
Absolutely. Never easy to go through that quick, that early reshuffle in the pack. Moody's done a good job so far. Charlie Bell looks to be all right, back on his feet. And Chiefs will have the penalty. Iwan Jenkins will look to go downfield to touch. Good kick from Jenkins, puts Exeter Chiefs midway between the 10-metre line and the Stockman 22. As Sol Moody prepares to throw in to his second line out of the evening. Well won, though, by Christensen, the second row from Stockman. He competing hard there at ruck time. And our visitors are back on the front foot. Charge down kick, though. Jenkins putting them under all kinds of pressure. Good tackle coming in. Jenkins and Ed Brooke, the number 8, as Chiefs fly into this ruck, looking to turn the ball over. They have done. Jenkins goes into play 9, gets it out to Bell, offloads to Quenzo Blos. Quick ball here for the Chiefs. They come back down this side. Cairns finds Jenkins, steps in field, beats one. Cairns again, goes digging, back out to Blos. Lafayette goes flying in at his ankles. Good tackle from the hooker, and Stockman compete hard over the ball, but they give away a penalty in the process. Cairns does really well, fights his way through a tackle of Scarf and offloads off the floor. Chiefs then back on the front foot. Cairns finds Ebra. Good carry by the number 8, makes good yards. Cairns there quickly. Offloads, passes into the midfield to Owen O'Connor. Good quick ball from Tom Cairns. Back to Blos, who's carried hard in these opening 15 minutes or so. Cairns again, looks to go back in field. There was a man there but couldn't quite connect. I think it was Tom Burton he was looking for on the inside. But that was good play by the Chiefs. Tom Cairns, very, very quick ruck to ruck. We know that's one of his strengths. Good to see, Erin.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another thing that should be acknowledged tonight is Tom Cairns himself is one, but we have so many University of Exeter players out here tonight. They will be used to playing with each other, and they will be used to playing in a highly competitive Bucks League. So it's really good to see them getting a run out at Sandy Park here tonight. Absolutely.
It has been a fantastic proving ground for the Exeter Chiefs. Bucks Super Rugby, we can't speak highly of it enough. It's a really, really competitive league, and so many of the names who have gone on to achieve real stardom with the Exeter Chiefs have come through there in recent years. As Owen O'Connor takes another line out from Sol Moody, and Chiefs go to their driving maul again. It was successful a few minutes ago. This time it looks like Stockman Rugby have managed to gun things up. Chiefs fighting to get the ball to ground, but they are up and over the line. I suspect that will be called held up. And it is. Dan Jones blows his whistle. Good defensive work there by Stockman Rugby. Chiefs got a little bit disjointed up front. And the visitors able to disrupt that driving maul. And we'll have a goal line restart then. It looks like the visitors got a man down there. Hopefully nothing too serious. Referee Dan Jones just waving for us to get on with it. So,
and funnily enough, he's popped right back up.
Off we go. It's a wobbly old kick downfield. Awkward one to deal with. Bounces up for Ewan Jenkins, though. Gets it in field to Big Lou Pearson. Puts a bit of footwork on, then gets well met in defence. And Stockman Rugby over the ball. Good work there by the visitors. Number 7, I think it was, Samuel Laffey. Lewis Pearson just got a little bit isolated there. Ran away from supporting players. Not quite there quick enough to the ruck. And Stockman able to turn the ball over and send the ball downfield for an attack of their own. Nathan Thompson, ball in hand, ready to make the kick.
Just a little bit naive there from Pearson, but I think all these weeks without a game, he'll be getting back into the swing of things now. So hopefully it just settles, calms down throughout the rest of the night, because he really is a strong ball carrier for this team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And, people talk about players that are missing for the Exeter Chiefs at the moment. There are obviously a lot of big names who are absent, coming back from injury. But the players like Lewis Pearson, their impact on the squad is not to be underestimated, and it's fantastic to see him back out there at Sandy Park. And this time, it's Exeter Chiefs who steal a line out. Good work by Alfie Bell. And it's his brother Charlie carrying up, although that one has been lost forward. And Stockman back in possession. And they've got a good opportunity down that blind side, but a good tackle coming in, stopping Lafayette in his tracks. Scarf gets it in field. Another good shot in the midfield from Chiefs, but it's quick ball for the visitors. Flat ball bounces along the floor. It's an awkward one, and it's spilt forward. A few knock-ons there. Look.
Steal at the line out there was from Owen O'Connor, who of course came over from Munster. Chiefs seem to have a bit of luck in the past with Irishmen. Anyone remember a certain Gareth Steenson or Ian Whitten at all?
Never heard of them.
I don't think they were too shabby on a field, so it was good to see him getting some game time under his belt and see what he does in his Chiefs shirt tonight.
Yeah, he's been playing very well down at Cornish Pirates. Put in some big performances down at the Menai. Good to see him back here at Sandy Park. And we set for another scrum. Been a very competitive area this evening. Let's see how this latest set piece goes. Ken's ready to put the ball in. Gets the ball out. Finds Jenkins in the midfield. Out to McCaig. Nice hands from McCaig to Louis Sinclair. Sinclair currently plying his trade at Taunton. Ball bounces up for Cairns, who puts it on the left foot, but good tracking back there by the Stockman fullback, Clay Lylan. Good clearing up there from the visitors. Ball back into the 22. He can't go directly to touch, so sends it downfield and finds Tom Cairns, who's on his bike. Goes into the midfield, looking for support. Fancy footwork from the scrum half. Finds Louis Sinclair. He's a little bit isolated. And that a bit of luck there for the Exeter Chiefs. Just wouldn't sit up for Isaac Talbot, the tight head prop from Stockman. And it'll be Exeter Chiefs who have the put in to another scrum. There's a lot of attacking talent in this Chiefs back line. A lot of youngsters. Louis Sinclair, who is playing at Taunton, can play 10 as well. He's at fullback tonight, but he often plays outside half. A player with a bag of tricks. Good skill set for a young man. Charlie McCaig, another one who's come through the university route, now playing down at Pirates. A lot of promising talent out there this evening in a Chiefs shirt.
I think just talking about the backline and promising talent, another couple that aren't out here tonight because they are playing either for different teams or at the university. Ben Cohen, of course, England under-20s, and George Newman, England under-18s. So I don't think the future looks too bleak in that Chiefs backline. Not
at all. However, Stockman are back on the attack. Free kick at that latest scrum. And the visitors have the ball in hand. Scarf comes down this blind side. Chiefs defence up quickly, shutting off the options. Fullback Lylan has to take it in. Scarf into the midfield. There's numbers out there if Stockman can find it, but not quite. Iwan Jenkins calling people around the corner. Another spill forward into the arms of Jenkins. Offloads to Quenzo Blos, who powers his way over the 10-metre line. Owen O'Connor runs in to play scrum half. He goes down the blind side. Doesn't quite go to hand there, but nice footwork to clean things up. I think that was Rocky Prowse on the far wing. And, yeah. Can't do that, unfortunately. In at the side, off your feet. Ruck formed, all kinds of things. So it's going to be Exeter Chiefs who have another penalty, and Iwan Jenkins will have the opportunity to drive this down into the Stockman 22. Good kick by the fly half. And just about 7 metres to the line for Chiefs, as Stockman make their first replacement of the evening. Now, you're going to have to bear with us because the numbers on shirts are a little bit all over the place.
We've got someone coming on in 2, and I hate to tell him, but if he's planning on packing down in the front row, I would be scared at his weight.
Yeah, 2 and 9 are on the field, but I'm not sure who they are. So, yeah, apologies. If you're watching from Australia and either of those you know, I'm very sorry, but they're on the field. Chiefs then go to their driving maul. It's been successful once this evening, and they are motoring towards the line once again. And that is the second try off the back of a driving line out. The Chiefs' third in total. Good, well-organised drive there. Good score for the home side. And it's Sol Moody who gets the 5 points. Started in the back row, he's now playing at hooker. And a good try for the Chiefs man, extending their lead as we just tick towards the 25-minute mark here at Sandy Park. Iwan Jenkins getting ready to take this conversion. Round of applause here at Sandy Park for the Stockman players that have left the field. Good to see as Jenkins takes the kick. That one just drifting wide. So the scores then, Exeter Chiefs 19, Stockman Rugby 0. There we go, confirmation over the tannoy of the replacements. So it's Noah Talbot who's on in the number 2 shirt and Vincent Quigley who's on in the number 9 shirt for the visitors. So we're back underway. Good restart. Well taken though by Alfie Bell. Good drills there by the Chiefs second row as Tom Cairns goes in to clear the ball. Taken in by Bryce Stockton. Good carry by the sizable tight head prop as Tom Cairns prepares for another box kick. Up it goes. Burton chasing hard, but fantastic take and carry by fullback Clay Lylan. Great work by the visitor as Stockman Rugby look to get into their running. Big tackle coming in from Stockton, but the visitors retain possession. Quigley, nice offload round the corner to Alex Gibbon. Quigley again, little chip over the top. It's going to bounce. Oh, Tom Cairns had to reach all the way, but he's done fantastically well, the 9. And out it goes to, tricky to see who that is, but I think it's Sinclair showing real gas. Good tracking back by the Stockman winger to make the tackle. Chiefs retain possession. Blos carrying forward. Tom Cairns is back at 9. Out the back to Jenkins, has a juggle, but retains the ball. He kicks the ball forward, and it's Saul Moody who's tracking across there, chasing it down. Just dribbling out inside the 5-metre line. That was a nice play by the Exeter Chiefs. As Stockman take it quickly. That's a really good exit play by the visitors. Knew they'd be under pressure from that line out. Took the quick throw, and a fantastic kick downfield takes them back all the way, almost to halfway. Really good exit by the visitors.
I think Saul Moody is very much proving there that an early position change has not distracted him from the job at hand. He is looking to put his best foot forward here.
Yeah, absolutely. Throwing into the line out here, right on halfway. Alfie Bell calling the line out. Cairns into the midfield, well picked up by McCaig, drives over that halfway line. Dan Jones holds his arm out again as Chiefs go down the left-hand side. Oh, Moody fired it into Iwan Jenkins, tough pass to take for the fly half, and Exeter Chiefs come back for the penalty.
Fair play to Charlie McCaig there, because that was well and truly at the bootstraps.
Good take by the centre. Part of that Bucks team that performed so well over the last few years for Exeter University, now getting a lot of game time down in with the Cornish Pirates as Exeter Chiefs look ready to make their second change of the evening, and it looks like Billy Keast preparing to come onto the field. Good to see Keasty back at Sandy Park. On he comes. And it looks like it's going to be tight head prop Bryce Stockton coming off then.
Who looks like he's trying to do his best Alec Hepburn long hair era impression over here. But he's went okay so far, but like you say, it's good to see Keast on for the field.
Yeah, another player who's going well down at Pirates. It's an awkward one there. Iwan Jenkins is quickest to react, butts boot to ball. And good tracking back in the end there. I think it was Lachlan Robinson, the winger for... No, it was fly half Nathan Thompson who got back well there to dot down for Stockman Rugby. As ball is sent down to Tom Burton, infield to Louis Sinclair. The fullback carries forward. Ooh, a little bit high. The referee holds out an arm, but we play on. Owen O'Connor with the carry. Good carry by the big second row. Powers up towards the 22. Cairns, pick and go around the ruck. Makes another good 10 metres or so. Stockman looked to get the turnover, but we're coming back for another infringement. High tackle on Louis Sinclair, so penalty in the midfield. And Jenkins will have another opportunity to put us into the corner. And I suspect Exeter Chiefs will go to that driving maul that's been so effective so far this evening. Looking through the comments here on YouTube, we've got a few people watching down in Australia. Fantastic to have you with us. Really good to see.
Kaleidoscope of accents. The Welshman, the Scots girl with the Aussies watching. So
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. It's going to progressively get more and more impossible to understand as the evening goes on. Right. Moody gets the ball in. Good throw to the back of the line out. Pearson off the top to Kens. And Tom Kens, well, absolutely powering his way over the line. Lovely score. Good set move from the Exeter Chiefs. All came from a good throw to the back of the line out from Sol Moody to Lewis Pearson. Good drills. Pearson down to Tom Kens in the middle. And the scrum half, well, it was a fearsome fend from Tom Kens, who powered his way over the line for Chiefs' fourth try of the evening. So, good start to this match so far for the Exeter Chiefs. Ewan Jenkins lining up for his fourth attempt at goal of the evening. 2 from 3 so far. Lovely strike once again from Jenkins. He's looked very good from this side of the field, particularly. And Exeter Chiefs extend their lead. Scores now 26 points to 0 to the home side. As Stockman Rugby make another change. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait for the for the stadium announcer before we can let you know who that is. As Stockman Rugby get us back underway. Another wobbly restart, but this time into the arms of Kens. Puts boot to ball, drives us downfield into the arms of Clay Lylan at full back for Stockman. Good tackle by Tom Burton. And Stockman Rugby are on the front foot. Carry coming in from Noah Talbot, replacement hooker. Quigley chips the ball over the top. Louis Sinclair's back there for the Chiefs. Look good so far, Sinclair. Off he goes, finds Jenkins. Jenkins puts boot to ball and finds space down there. It's a long chase back for Stockman. Gets the ball in field to Lylan, and Lylan's off and running, but Charlie McCaig is hunting him down. Good tackle coming in from Alfie Bell. And Chiefs compete hard over the ball. Owen O'Connor playing a bit of football there and doing very well with it as well. Forcing number 8, Josh Schwager, for Stockman Rugby to drop back, and it's going to be another goal line dropout. Good pressure at ruck time there from the Exeter Chiefs, identifying the opportunity and working hard over the ball. A couple of comments coming in. Someone's asking where Lucas Durrell is. He's playing for the university at the moment in their Bucks Super Rugby. So Lucas getting plenty of game time as we're off and running again into the arms of Sinclair at fullback. Into Lewis Pearson. Pearson carries forward into this Stockman defence. Kens in at 9. Quick ball. Jenkins out the back. Good hands down that touchline from the Chiefs. Finding Sinclair, but I just put a toe on the touchline. Unfortunately, it was nice interplay by the Exeter Chiefs. Looked like Sinclair and Rocky Prowse linking up on that far touchline.
Just to update those wondering about Lucas Durrell as well, it seems that the University of Exeter are currently 18-13 up on Bath University away from home.
Plenty of Chiefs players involved in that one. Good to see that the university holding the advantage in their fixture this evening. Ball comes into the line out, a little bit wobbly, but Stockman Rugby retain it into the midfield. Tackle comes in from Robin Edbrook, number 8, as Quigley sends it downfield. And it's a good kick by the replacement 9. Right on the touchline, awkward one for Chiefs to deal with. And it's going to be Moody's got to throw into the line out just inside the Stockman half. That one slightly overthrown though, but the referee's whistle's gone. Little knock on in the line out from Stockman. So it's going to be a scrum down Chiefs ball as we have a few more replacements coming in from the visitors. Another good round of applause from the Chiefs fans. Lots of appreciation for all our visitors this evening. They've had a good tour so far, Stockman Rugby. Beaten Cambridge University, beaten Blackheath. Slightly different kettle of fish coming down here to play professional outfit like the Exeter Chiefs, but they're putting their best foot forward, and a real good showing so far from the visitors as we pack down for another scrum just inside Stockman territory. Cairns ready to put the ball in. Cairns then, off the back of that scrum, steps off his right foot, 3 steps, and still going Tom Cairns. Lewis Pearson goes into play 9, gets it up to Charlie Bell. Bell tackled inside Stockman territory. Good tackle from the defensive line of the visitors there. Blose. He's well met on the advantage line. And Stockman competing hard over this ball. Referee calls everyone off it, and Cairns is able to get it out. Finds O'Connor. Connor to Jenkins. Out to Sinclair. Nice delay on the pass from Sinclair to Charlie McCaig. McCaig puts his head down inside Stockman 22. And yeah, that one is a pretty obvious penalty there for Dan Jones. Off their feet from Chiefs. It was nice interplay originally. Louis Sinclair delaying the pass, just encouraging the defender to bite in before offloading to McCaig. But Chiefs guilty of going off their feet, and Stockman Rugby with the opportunity to clear their lines.
I think what we've seen so far tonight is Tom Cairns back at that kind of sniping around the ruck, looking for any option just to distract you and then take it for himself best, which is, it is really where he can excel in a game. He's, your favourite word, a bit nuggety. He's got that power in him, but he is that little bit smaller, but he will just use it to his advantage. And when that pace comes in, it can be electric.
Absolutely. He is, he's a little powerhouse, Tom Cairns. And Chiefs get the ball from that line out. So, back on the front foot, Cairns in to play the ball away. Charlie Bell out to Jenkins. McCaig spins it wide to Burton. Burton, Sinclair coming round on the outside. Does really well, Sinclair, to stay in field, and pulled down just a metre short. Cairns gets the ball back infield to Quenzo Blose. Done a lot of the hard yards this evening, Quenzo Blose. Bell this time in the shadow of the Stockman posts. Cairns to McCaig. Ball folded around the outside. It was a bounce pass from Iwan Jenkins, and it's sadly gone forward. It was a lovely bit of interplay. The move was right there. Chiefs players sweeping round behind the initial line of forwards. And the pass was on, just drifted forward out of the hands of Iwan Jenkins. Unfortunately, I think it was Rocky Prowse who was out on that far touchline. Would have been in for the score, but referee Dan Jones has pulled us back, and we're going to have a scrum put into Stockman inside their 22. It's the second time Chiefs have been called for going early, so it's a penalty, which Stockman Rugby tapped and went quickly and then kicked it out. So Chiefs, I think, will be thankful on that occasion. They'll have the opportunity to throw into this line out as we tick down towards half-time here at Sandy Park. Scores Exeter Chiefs 26, Stockman Rugby 0. Chiefs then with one more attack in this half. Nice ball to Owen O'Connor. Charlie Bell breaks off the back of that line out. Good carry from the Exeter Chiefs. Good quick ball from the base of that ruck. Moody on that occasion, driving them forward. Cairns finds Billy Keast. Keast to within 7 metres of the Stockman line. Cairns gets it out to Pearson with Alfie Bell on his shoulder. Good quick ball here from the Chiefs. Cairns gets it out to McCaig. McCaig to outside centre, Jacob Shortland. Cairns goes himself around the edge of the ruck. Went for the miracle ball offload. Well intercepted though by Stockman Rugby, and they've got the possession to end this half. Ball goes back and sent out into touch, and Dan Jones will blow his whistle for half time. So entertaining half of rugby here at Sandy Park. Chiefs lead us at half-time, 26 points to 0. The Stockman Rugby have certainly put up a good showing in these opening 40 minutes. Chiefs getting a fair few of their tries coming from that driving line out. They've looked a little bit more efficient when it comes to the more structured areas of the game. A couple of passes not quite going to hand for the home side. As for the visitors, well, they've shown plenty of endeavour, worked really hard. The scrum's been a point of success for them. And I'm sure they'll look to trouble the scorers in the second half. But for now, half-time, Exeter Chiefs 26, Stockman Rugby 0. Join us again after the break for a second 40 minutes of entertaining Wednesday night rugby under the lights at Sandy Park. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. Stockman Rugby back out on the field for this second half. I don't think it'll be interesting to see if there are any changes here at half-time. Lewis Pearson leads the team out. And there have been a couple of changes. Looks like Sam Maunders on at 9 for Tom Cairns. No surprises there. Kenzie had a fantastic first half. Fair play to him. Fantabulous. Very good. Sam Maunder, good to see him out there. He's been off injured for such a long time. Working his way back into rugby this year. He's played a lot in the Premiership. Just getting himself back into form. I don't think there'll be too much of a panic in Exeter Chiefs coaching ranks so far this season. Results haven't gone their way, but I don't think there's any existential worries. So interesting to see how we go against Quins on Sunday. But for now, it's all about Stockman Rugby, and we're back underway here. Nathan Thompson sends it downfield straight into the arms of Maunder, who drives a long kick down over the 10-metre line. Carried in. Good carry by Clay Lylan. He's looked good at fullback for the visitors. And they're off and running. Good tackle coming in from Owen O'Connor. Powerful stuff from the Irish second row. Driving Stockman Rugby back into their own half. Another dominant tackle coming in from the Chiefs. Stockman Rugby struggling to get any go forward here. But they retain possession. Great tackle coming in there. Sam Maunder, good hit by the replacement 9. Stockman Rugby making some yards down that blind side. But Chiefs have turned the ball over. Opportunity here for the home side for their first attack of this second 40. Maunder into the midfield. McCaig to Sinclair. Lovely play by Sinclair. Just couldn't quite link up with Iwan Jenkins. Oh, and we're all waiting to see Rocky Prowse have a run on this wing. He hasn't quite got ball in hand yet. Hopefully he'll get a bit of space in this second 40. But we're going to have our first scrum of the second half then. Keast, Moody and Blos packing down for the Exeter Chiefs. Few changes for Stockman Rugby in their pack. Difficult to tell with the numbers, unfortunately, who's on the field for the visitors. But Dan Jones, our referee, gets us ready. A little bit messy in the scrums in the first half. Stockman Rugby holding their own so far in that area, and it's a good scrum from the visitors again. Sam Maunder putting his opposite number under a bit of pressure, but they retain possession, and it's a nice kick downfield from Nathan Thompson, the fly half, sending the Chiefs back into their own territory, with the home side have the opportunity here to throw into this line out just over their own 10-metre line here.
Be a little bit intriguing to see players like your Maunders, maybe even McCaig's a little bit in that back line, but all the players in the pack as well take on a bit more of a leadership role tonight with we're missing key leaders obviously in games like this. There's no Yendall, there's no Daft Jenkins, there is no Scott Seo in this game, but they're managing all the same.
Absolutely. Good line-out ball then for the Chiefs. McCaig, Jenkins in the midfield, that one out the back to Burton. Doesn't quite go to hand, but it's good sweeping up work by the winger, and he's off and running. Stays on his feet well, really well by Tom Burton, fighting his way forward. It's a good carry from the youngster on the wing. Maunder, good quick ball to Keast. Keast, good carry by the replacement prop. Gets Chiefs on the go forward. Maunder, sniping from 9. Just coming up towards the halfway line. Alfie Bell goes into play scrum half. About as tall a scrum half as you're going to get as Iwan Jenkins puts boot to ball. And that is a fantastic kick by the Chiefs 10. Looked up, saw the space, and it's a 50-22. Lovely play.
The determination from Tom Burton there to keep going is like when your mum tells you there's a fresh Victoria sponge in the kitchen and you want to get there before your sibling does. He was not letting that opportunity go.
Absolutely. He was flat out like a lizard drinking, I think they say down under. Ball comes in then. Oh, just over the top from Moody. And Stockman Rugby sweep up. So the visitors escape on this occasion. Set up here for the exit, and it's a box kick from 9. I think it's Quigley on at 9. Only as far as Louis Sinclair, who's looked good in this game so far. Sinclair looks to link up with Rocky Prowse. He's off and running. Does well to stay on his feet, Prowse. Both wingers have looked good so far. Nice play down this short side. Charlie McCaig looks to take on his man, but it's a good covering tackle by Clay Lylan. Fair play to the Stockman fullback. He's been impressive this evening. Last line of defence on a few occasions. And on that attack from the Chiefs, it was good identification of space. Louis Sinclair made the call to come back down this short side. McCaig one-on-one, but a good tackle from Lylan, forcing him into touch. A tough throw, though. It's Noah Talbot, who's on replacement hooker for Stockman Rugby. And it's a tough throw-in for him. Bit of a break in play here for a few substitutions for the visitors. On come the cavalry. Again, apologies. We don't know all the numbers for the substitutions. I'm going to assume that Alex Meads is on into the front row for the visitors. But again, difficult to tell at the moment. Chiefs competing hard, and Alfie Bell does really well to steal the line-out ball. Maunda then looking to get the Chiefs onto the attack. Good carry by number 8, Robin Edbrook. The ball spread wide. Oh, Jenkins looked to delay the pass, couldn't quite link up, but it's good sweeping up by Louis Sinclair. He's been impressive this evening, the young fullback, only 19 years old. Maunda comes back this way, looks to link up with Alfie Bell. But a little bit of a knock on there. Ewan Jenkins got his head in his hands, is frustrated with himself because the opportunity was there. He did really well to delay the pass, couldn't quite link up with a man outside him though. And Stockman escape once again.
Just to bring you a quick update as well, that it was a very narrow defeat for the University against Bath, 20-18. But you know those uni boys are going to come back fighting.
Absolutely, that Bucks Super Rugby League is so competitive. Really difficult. Stockman Rugby get another penalty at scrum time. So that's been an area of some strength for the visitors. They've managed to win a couple of penalties at scrum time, and that'll give them a much easier exit. So, a bit of frustration for the Chiefs pack as fly half Nathan Thompson has the opportunity to clear his lines downfield. Left-footed, but he doesn't make touch. Oh, he does. No, flag's gone up by the line. No. Good effort by Sam Maunda to keep it in field. Couldn't quite manage it though, and it's a knock-on called. So it's going to be a scrum down. Stockman ball. Sam Maunda just knocking it on as he tried to keep the ball in field, and Stockman will have another scrum down. So they'll be pleased with that. This has been an area of strength for them. They won't mind working their way downfield, scrum to scrum. A couple of familiar faces down in the technical area this evening, running the water for the Chiefs. Stu Townsend. Stu working his way back to fitness. Good to see him out here at Sandy Park. He's on the isotonics this evening, running them on. Big scrum coming in from the Chiefs pack. Powerful stuff. Stockman do well to get it out. Good pressure again by Sam Maunda. But Stockman Rugby retain possession. Lou Pearson again. Solid shot. But Stockman still have the ball. Another good tackle coming in from Maunda. Forcing Stockman wide, and Exeter Chiefs will have to throw into the line out. Maunda's gone quickly. Tom Burton then puts boot to ball, grubbers it through, but Lylan once again clearing it up. Sends it downfield. Perhaps a little bit naive there from Tom Burton. He had space, but dropped it onto the toe, and it was fairly easy for Lyland to sweep that one up at the back. So it's going to be a line out Exeter Chiefs to throw in, and we've got a few more changes coming for the home side. It looks like Ethan Berger is lining up to come on. Berger recently joined the squad from South Africa. Is a massive unit in the front row as Exeter Chiefs are back on the attack. McCaig carrying it up in the midfield. Maunda gets it out to Charlie Bell. Moody wrapping round the corner. Here comes Rocky Prowse out to Tom Burton. Burton, lovely footwork from Tom Burton. But it's a good covering tackle back there. Not sure who made it, but important play. Chiefs, though, right on the attack here. Charlie Bell carries it forward. Referee holds his arm out for advantage. I'm assuming that's offside. Into the midfield. Prowse then cuts in field. The lithe winger, he's proper little whippet. And Exeter Chiefs, through Quenzo blows, get the easiest of tries. Pick up and dot down for the loose head prop. It all came from that fantastic run from Tom Burton on the far touchline. Lovely footwork from the winger. Rocky Prowse on this near side gets to within half a yard before Quenzo blows, pick up and dot down. As our replacements are confirmed, leaving the field, Louis Sinclair. He's been good at full-back. Sinclair played really, really well so far. Fair play to him. Young man with a bright future, I'm sure. As Iwan Jenkins lines up for another conversion attempt. Lovely kick by Jenkins, being good off the tee. And it looks like Ethan Berger's come on for Lewis Pearson. So good for Lewis Pearson to get 50 minutes under his belt as he returns back to full fitness. And I'd be interested to see how Chiefs then reshuffle the pack. Will Berger play in the back row? Stockman Rugby retain the kickoff. So, good drills at the restart there from the visitors, but they are well met by Chiefs defence. However, penalty goes against the Exeter Chiefs. Referee saying the tackle are being called there. Exeter Chiefs not releasing. And Stockman Rugby with the opportunity to take the ball down into the 22 for their to be their best attacking opportunity of the half so far. Good nudge from Nathan Thompson at fly half. And Stockman Rugby are right on the attack here, midway inside the Exeter Chiefs 22. Noah Talbot to throw into this line out. Didn't look the straightest, but we play on. And Stockman are right on the attack. Good tackle coming in, though. Solid shot. And Stockman go to a pick-and-go game. And they're making good ground here, the visitors, to within 5 metres of the Chiefs' try line. Fighting their way forward. Chiefs competing very hard at ruck time, though. And they look to have turned this over. They have. Ball goes back to Jenkins, who puts it on the toe and finds space in the backfield. Big chase. Chiefs backline working very hard, led by Rhys Williams, the young fullback who's on. And they're, I suspect they're all offside there, Stockman Rugby. Yes, they were. Referee blows his whistle. Dan Jones not retiring, and Exeter Chiefs are off and running. Sam Maunda spots the space, and there's plenty of room out here. McCaig Oh, I was just couldn't quite get through the hands quick enough there. Young Williams. And Rocky Prowse has had to do the clearing up work, but Chiefs still on the front foot. Charlie Bell carries hard into contact. Jenkins, again, puts boot to ball. He spotted the space. Will he get the bounce? Not quite. That one sits up just before the Stockman try line. Lylan clears it downfield, and it's going to be Exeter Chiefs to throw into a line out midway inside the Stockman half. There's a player down for the visitors. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Looks like it's replacement Alex Meads who's down. Well, we've got a stoppage then. Erin, who's impressed you so far this evening for the Exeter Chiefs?
Well, typically non-Mallock, he's already went off the field, but Louis Sinclair, I think, really asserted himself on this game. He looked confident, he looked fast, clean hands. I think it's got to be said Charlie McCaig has definitely looked well in that Chiefs shirt. He's got boys roughly his age around him. He looks confident there. I think the game time at Pirates and being in that environment has done him really well. They have a good setup down there, strong set of boys leading that team. I think Tom Cairns looked confident all night. Sam Maunders looked nippy since he came on. Rocky Prowse just wants that ball, doesn't he? So to be honest with you, I think there has been talent spread all throughout. As we said, seeing Lewis Pearson back has definitely boded well. I think it's probably only time till we see him back in that Chiefs first team.
You're absolutely right. Some impressive performances so far for the Chiefs as we're off and running here. Stockman Rugby looking to clear their lines. Straight down the middle of the park. It's an awkward length, that one. It's going to bounce. Chiefs are going to have to be quick to react here. And Owen O'Connor does well to sweep up. And referee Dan Jones has blown his whistle once again. Penalty to the Exeter Chiefs. And Sam Maunda is not messing around. Good pass out to Rocky Prowse. Cuts in field, the young winger. Good footwork. Quick ball. Maunda into the midfield to Owen O'Connor. Good carry once again by O'Connor. He's been impressive this evening. Dan Jones once again blows his whistle, not happy with the visitors. And Exeter Chiefs are going to have an opportunity. It's right in front of the post. I suspect Iwan Jenkins will go for the corner.
They're a little bit like a fungus there, just kind of wanting to get all over it, get in the way. No one's really too glad to see them at that breakdown, but a penalty to the Chiefs for that.
Bit like a fungus. Never heard anyone say that in commentary before. So, Sol Moody on the 5 metre line then to throw into this line out. Owen O'Connor takes it. Chiefs driving maul. Yeah, they're not going to stop that. Too efficient. They've looked dangerous from that driving maul all evening. It's a really tricky one for Stockman Rugby to defend. And it's Ethan Berger who gets his first try for the Exeter Chiefs. So, good to see Ethan on the field. He's a big unit, Ethan Berger. I think he's going to become a bit of a Ross McMillan project. Plenty of promise. Real raw strength. See how he gets along in a Chiefs shirt. As Iwan Jenkins lines up for another attempt at the sticks. Kicked well so far this evening. The young Welshman. Note in the comments here, Bell's gone well. Yeah, I think both the Bell brothers, Alfie Bell and Charlie Bell, worked very hard this evening. Steps up and converts well, Iwan Jenkins. He's struck the ball nicely all evening, in fairness to him. And Stockman Rugby get ready to get us underway once again. few more replacements then for the Exeter Chiefs. Oh, not before this ball is kicked off, so we'll have to wait for those. Awkward kick-off. Tom Burton tries to trap it with the boot. Isn't quite able to, and instead it looks like, I think that's Rhys Williams carrying forward. Maunder down the blind side. Big carry. As Maunder sets up to clear his lines just inside his own 22. Can't kick this one straight out. It's a bit short from Sam Maunder, but and that's an unfortunate one there for I think it's Sol Moody who's pinged eventually, and Stockman Rugby are off and running from the penalty. Good play by Lylan. He's been their best player this evening, the fullback. Very impressive. As the visitors look to get on the front foot inside the Chiefs 22, but they've lost it forward. And Exeter turn the ball back over them. O'Connor goes quickly. There's space out there. Maunder floats it wide. Nice play. Tom Burton pins his ears back. Good chip forward. Finds some space. It's an awkward one. He's chasing hard. Oh, it's nice footwork to just escape the clutches of Tom Burton, but Charlie McCaig makes the tackle, and Stockman Rugby are pinned down inside their own 22. That one's going to bounce over the touchline just inside the Stockman half. Good box kick there from Quigley, the 9. He's done very well. As Exeter Chiefs do now make those replacements. So Owen O'Connor leaving the field. O'Connor's played very well this afternoon. And Charlie McCaig as well. So two of the Pirates lads leave the field. Both have played tremendously well. They're replaced by, who have we got? Finn Wally-Brady is on in place of Owen O'Connor, and Lance Kruger on into the Chiefs midfield. Wally-Brady, another of those players who's been at the university. Fantastic take by Charlie Bell. Done wonderfully well. And Chiefs are on the front foot. Good carry by Robin Edbrook. He's been industrious. Maunder finds Charlie Bell. Well met on the advantage line by the Stockman defence. Chiefs retain possession though to Alfie Bell. Jenkins. Good solid tackle from the visitors. Sam Maunder's quick again off the base. Good carry. Getting the Chiefs back on the front foot, and they've got numbers here if they can make it work. Prowse. Oh. Did all the footwork. Just lost the ball in the process. And Stockman Rugby are going to have the put into the scrum.
I think it's got to be said, the leg drives going in from the Chiefs forwards here just to make those extra yards, even in the tackle. They're riding out that collision just to get as much as they can out of the carry. Replacement
then for the visitors. Lafayette back on the field. And it's Noah Talbot who leaves. So Lafayette, who started this game, is back on. He is an absolute unit.
He is no stranger to the dinner table.
Absolutely not. As we pack down for another scrum then. Much changed Chiefs pack. Bit of push and shove in between the 9s. Always good to see. Powerful shunt coming in from the Chiefs. But Stockman Rugby do well to get it away. Chiefs, though, have turned it over. And Ethan Berger, well, he is like a one-man wrecking ball. That one just going down in the midfield, but it's well cleared up by, I think that's Finn Wally-Brady carrying it forward. Maunder snipes around the ruck. A little bit isolated, and Lafayette's quick there, but not quick enough. Jenkins, nice dab over the top, into the arms of Prowse. That is a lovely try. Iwan Jenkins identifying the space, dropping it really quickly onto his toe. And it's Rocky Prowse who has worked hard all evening. Fair play to the young winger. He looks like a lovely balanced runner, very light on his feet, and it was a nice in and out to finish off and get around the outside. All came from that fearsome Ethan Berger carry. Crikey, he looks like he'll do some damage. Another replacement for the Exeter Chiefs. Coming onto the field, number 17, Albert Dowse. He replaces Sol Moody. Sol Moody's had a good game. Started in the back row, had to move into the front row early with Max Norrie leaving the field. And he's played well. Thrown his darts well. No messing around, no pontificating, just good hard work. Oh, Iwan Jenkins, that's the first one to slide wide, unfortunately. No, it's not, that's a lie. It's the second one to slide wide, but he's kicked really well this evening.
For the Exeter Chiefs, coming off number 6, sponsored by Airport Integrated Services, is Sol Moody, replaced by number 17.
Scores on the doors then, as we head towards the final 15 minutes. Stockman Rugby still, unfortunately, on 0. Chiefs now up to 45 points. A little bit of a knock on there at restart, so the visitors will have an opportunity to get back on the attack. Good shot coming in from Finn Worley-Brady. As Stockman look to go through the phases. Big dummy from the outside half. He does well to get on the front foot. It looks like Javan Scarf is back on the field at 9 for Stockman. Oh, good shot once again from Chiefs. Defence has really looked pretty fearsome. These visitors from Australia have struggled, and Chiefs are downfield once again, and it's going to be a foot race. And it looks like Rhys Williams. Oh, lovely, lovely work. I'm just looking to see who that was. I think it was Rhys Williams chasing the ball down. In those circumstances, the tempting thing to do is to try and pick the ball up, but Williams did really well. Just slid down, slid onto the ball and took the ball over the line with him, used his momentum to carry him over the line. Really nice try for the young man. All came from a turnover, as it so often does in modern rugby. Turnover ball is often when there's the most space on the field. It was Lance Kruger who gathered the ball and put boot to ball, found the space, and Rhys Williams doing really well to gather, slide over for the score. Iwan Jenkins then lining up for another attempt at the sticks. Oh, that one just coming off the right-hand upright. So the Exeter Chiefs not quite able to add the extra 2, but it still brings up the 50 points with that score. Chiefs 50, Stockman Rugby 0. As there's less than 50 minutes to play here at Sandy Park. Feel like the crowd here are willing for Stockman to get points on the board, but so far, Chiefs not giving an inch, and they're off again, looking for space. Prowse puts boot to ball. Well gathered in, though, by Stockman, blindside flanker. Chiefs competing over the ball, but not winning it. And Stockman Rugby in possession, just inside Chiefs territory. Big carry.
Chiefs are swarming them. Every carry here, there's that Chiefs line just pelting up to meet them.
Yeah, Chiefs obviously pretty fearsome blitz defence so far, and Stockman really struggling to go through it, go around it. Not an inch given by the home side. Worley-Brady with a tackle on that occasion. That's one way to beat the blitz. Go straight through the ruck. Good carry. I think it's Christensen back on the field.
I respect that. Ingenuity from a forward.
Stockman still in possession. Sam Maunda barking at players to get into position in the defensive line. And Chiefs look to compete hard at ruck time again. But referee Dan Jones not happy. And scarfs off and running. And he runs into Ethan Berger. Not the most sensible move in the world, but he's a brave boy. And it looks like Stockman Rugby are in here. No, fair play. I think that was Alfie Bell who got across to make the covering tackle, working really hard. He's been on the whole game. He's played an hour, Alfie Bell. He did really well to get across there.
Really gotten his teeth into this game for sure.
Yeah, he's worked very hard, Alfie Bell. He's looked really good. Called all the line-outs, going really well. But Stockman looking to earn their Vegemite here. Getting right on the front foot, 5 metres away from the Chiefs' try line. Looking to get their opening score of the afternoon, of the evening, sorry. Here they go. Pick and go around the outside. 5 metres short. But Chiefs, so far, unforgiving in defence. And they've counter-rucked hard this evening, the Chiefs. Seen that as an opportunity and taken it on a few occasions. But Stockman do well to retain possession. And they're back on the front foot. Quenzo Blos having to work hard in defence. But the visitors have got their opening try. And in fairness, they deserve it. They've worked really hard, the visitors, and there's a fantastic reception from the home crowd. The Manchester announcer just letting us know that Quenzo Blos is leaving the field, replaced by Charlie McKay back on the field. I'm hoping for Charlie's sake he's not going to pack down a loose head prop. Interesting to see how we reshuffle, but fair play to Stockman Rugby. They've worked really hard. I'm
wondering if possibly we're going to put Case back to his more natural loose head, possibly douse on the tight head and put Ethan Berger into a hooker berth. He's got the weight, he's got the height. But at the end of the day, I am not Ross McMillan and I am not a forwards or scrum coach. So I will leave that decision up to them radioing it down.
Good reception here for another replacement for Stockman Rugby. Conversion, unfortunately, just drifting wide. But good to see them on the board, Stockman. They've worked hard all evening. Really put a shift in. And deserving of their points for sure. With just under 10 minutes left to play. Iwan Jenkins looks to get the restart. Good high floated restart. Right on the touchline from Jenkins. That one just bouncing in field, and Stockman with the opportunity to throw into this line out. Bill Allen in the chat is saying Ethan Berger for fly half. I mean, I'd be absolutely terrified to see him coming down my channel.
Yeah, I'm not running down that channel with an attacking ball either. I reckon I'm taking any other option other than that.
Overthrown and into the arms of Ethan Berger, and off he goes. And he is like a runaway freight train. Gets inside Stockman 22. Quick hands. Oh, it was the right ball from Iwan Jenkins. I just couldn't take it. Tricky to see who it was from here, but unfortunately not going to hand. And referee Dan Jones just telling everyone to calm down. It's a penalty for Stockman. Initial penalty was, I think Chiefs were offside from that knock-on, and then perhaps not back 10, maybe a high tackle. And Stockman with the opportunity to send the ball downfield into Chiefs territory. It's now a very interesting Chiefs setup. So very different from the team that started this match. We're still trying to work out. It looks like Ethan Berger is set up in the hooker position, defending from this line now. So I'm assuming he's a 2. As Stockman send the ball over the top. Nice carry. by number 12, Riley Turner. He's worked really hard for the visitors this afternoon, put a big shift in. And they are on the front foot. Scarf throw in the audacious dummy. Didn't work though, and Chiefs back in possession. Kruger looks up, spots the space, puts boot to ball and drives it down into Stockman 22. Cleaned up by Lylan back there. He sends it downfield. Tom Burton leaves that one bounce just over the touchline. And it's going to be Chiefs who throw in to this line out. More replacements for the visitors. I think we've got rolling subs this evening, so.
Another change for our touring side. Show your appreciation for the boys going off and on from Stockman Rugby.
I think even the announcer's not sure who's on and off now. But it is going to be Exeter Chiefs who throw into this line out. Maunda gets it into the midfield. Well met by Stockman as Chiefs are back on the front foot. Maunda, quick to that breakdown, gets it up and away. Wally Brady falling as he caught it, does well to retain possession. And Stockman looking to come through, not sure they're on their feet, but Sam Maunda still has the ball in his hands. Out to Rocky Prowse, well met though by the Stockman defence. Maunda gets it away quickly. Good carry by the replacement in the front row. Maunda looks up. Iwan Jenkins spots space, gets it out wide. Rhys Williams, I think, who's out there, sends it down into the Stockman 22. But Lylan does very well back there. He's been impressive all night to the back. And Stockman have the ball back in their hands. Midway between the 10-metre line and their 22. Scarf looking to set up for a box kick to clear his lines. Oh, Williams came in to take it, not quite able to, and it's going to be a knock-on, so scrum down, Stockman ball. Scarf then to put the ball into this scrum with 5 minutes left to play here at Sandy Park. I've just been told we've got 1,300 people here in the crowd. Really wonderful to see on a Wednesday night. Such a good turnout. Thank you to everyone who's come along and to all of you tuning in from around the world. Good tackle. Charlie McCaig and Iwan Jenkins, the Pirates duo, stopping this Stockman attack in its tracks. Scarf, clever chip over the top. It's an awkward one. And just doesn't quite bounce up. That ball was like a bar of soap. And as the game ticks towards its conclusion, everyone's starting to get those cold fingers that come with the final 5 minutes of the game. So another scrum down on the Chiefs' 10-metre line. So it is Ethan Berger packing down at hooker with Billy Keast and Albert Dowse either side of him. So it looks like Charlie McCaig is packing down on the flank.
He's maybe been listening to John Andrew and some of the Pirates boys down in that pack.
Chiefs with a free kick, and Sam Maunda is off and running again. Oh, just. It was in the breadbasket for Iwan Jenkins, but he's spilt it. This game is petering to a close now. And we'll have another scrum down. as the game draws to its conclusion then, Erin, I'm going to come to you quickly. We've talked about some of the season names who've gone well this evening, but a few youngsters who've gone really well as well. Who's impressed you?
I think definitely Saul Moody, dealing with that slight disruption to where he thought he was going to be for most of the game. The pace from Rocky Prowse when he's got onto the ball has been really impressive. I think Jacob Shortland's done a little bit of the unseen work throughout the evening. Finn Worley-Brady right now, just the determination he's shown since coming on. To be honest, I think you could give it to any of those youngsters out there. They really are proving themselves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, I know Stockman are a touring side, but they've got some big lads out there, some impressive players, and Chiefs youngsters have stood up really well. So good to see some of them go. Both the back three, I think, Rocky Prowse, Tom Burton and Louis Sinclair, who started. That is a dangerous looking back three on any day of the week. They all went well. Louis Sinclair's like a genie from the back there. Robin Williams in Aladdin. He had a box of tricks. As Lafatelli carries it forward for Stockman. They're on one last attack here, but it's just not quite going to hand. And it looks like Rocky Prowse, who's going to work his way, is he going to get there? Yes, he is. Fair play to the Chiefs swinger. He's worked really hard all evening. And he's going to get the Chiefs, I think it's their final score. I don't think we'll have time for the restart here. We'll have to see what referee Dan Jones has got to say, but he deserves that. Worked really, really hard. Ewan Jenkins then lines up for the final kick of the evening. Just letting the clock tick down. I think everyone's ready to go back in and warm up a little bit. I can see in front of me here the rest of the Chiefs squad all filing out.
I think that's a lovely thing about nights like tonight. Like you say, we don't just mean a couple of them. I think we're seeing pretty much the whole first team here.
And there it is. Final whistle from referee Dan Jones. Exeter Chiefs taking the win, 57 points to 5. However, a massive thank you and congratulations to Stockman Rugby. Worth a look for anyone. They do some fantastic work, the touring side from Australia. A lot of work to promote men's mental health. And we hope they've enjoyed their tour. We hope they've enjoyed their time in Exeter. And we hope they enjoy a few beers, well-earned beers after a good game today. So, massive thank you for coming along to Stockman Rugby. Big thank you to everyone for tuning in. The scores this evening: Exeter Chiefs 57, Stockman Rugby 5. We'll be back here this weekend, Saturday. Exeter Chiefs women take on Ealing Trailfinders in the PWR. The women off to a fantastic start, 3 from 3 in the PWR, beating Gloucester Hartbury last weekend. And the men, well, they're back here on Sunday to take on Harlequins. And they will be desperate to put on a good showing in front of the Chiefs faithful. But for now, final scores this evening: Chiefs 57, Stockman Rugby 5. Thank you so much.